welcome to the channel. I certainly hope you enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed this race. So, we start at P12. Driving this wonderful Peugeot RCZ Group 4 car. It is a really well balanced front engine front wheel drive car. Traction control off. Brake balance set to +4 towards rear. We also have the car adorning a new livery. A blinding solid green body with fancy bronze rims. Time to get moving. And also the reveal. This race was a rather interesting mix. Some good drivers, some well, not that good. And one peculiar character that nearly cost us the entire race. Let's get on with the race then, shall we? Starting behind the UK driver in the 4-wheel drive scooty. Trying to catch its toes, the race gets underway. Coming up on turn 1, the toe really helps, and just like that, it's P11 after the first corner. Try taking this corner without dropping below 64 miles an hour, and you would have done a brilliant job. Taking a good turn 1, and we gain 2 more positions before hitting the legendary death chicane. Up to P9. Coming up to the chicane of death now. Houston, we have lived off. Rapidly through the chicane, that was, or at least looked rather intense. Yet another tricky to take turn coming up. Take it well and rewards can be brilliant. We take the inside line, as a German in Aston and Chinese guy in Nissan start the battle. Taking turns correctly can be highly rewarding. And just like that we end up gaining 3 places. Up into P6. Yet another fast section of the track coming up. Taking it correctly without losing too much momentum is crucial. First one, take at 130 plus miles an hour, start dropping to 122 miles an hour for next bit and finally 107 miles an hour for the last bit. Yellow flag, someone's gone to the road, and we move up to P5. Up the hill, then down the hill we go. Brake down to 65 miles an hour, hitting the apex as you take the corner. Take it correctly, and start accelerating immediately. You can take the next corner at 95 miles an hour, again flipping the curve as you speed up the incline. Coming up the next tricky bit, brake a little early, drop down to 74 miles an hour, hitting the apex and start accelerating. We brake late, brake ahead in Audi TT makes a bigger error, has to slow down more. And we wake up to P4. First lap about to be dusted, and we are already 8 positions up, from 12 to 4. Time to catch up to the leaders now, hopefully get a podium finish. Car looks absolutely stunning in this view. Time for lap 2 people. Let's focus. We overshoot the turn 1 a bit. No harm done though. Let's try to catch up P3. We got the most interesting section of the Dragon Trail coming up. The chicanes come and go really quickly. Coming up onto tricky corner. German ahead in P3 holding a tight line, not letting us through, but at the last bit, he succumbs under pressure, goes a bit wide and we are through. It's P3 people. And in towards the really quick section we move. We make a little mess in this section, causing us to slow down a bit and the German rapidly closes up the gap on us. Angry German right on our tail looking for an opening. We managed to blow him off, keeping a tight line around the corners. The German was relentless, right on our heels. Up the hill and down the hill we go, approaching the corner, and braking to take really tight line. German, unable to find any opportunity, creates one by ramming us from behind, and onto the sand we go. He remains P3. That's it for our race. Or is it? We rejoin in P9, losing 6 places, just because the German wanted his P3 back. Time to hustle on, try and reclaim whatever in the race we can. If possible, catch the German as well. Let's go. Green Audi goes off track. Reclamation starts early for us. Back in P8, we go slightly wide, still manage to keep up with the group ahead. On with the race, catching the slipstream of Nissan ahead of us, as we near the end of lap 2. Lap 3, turn 1 again. Nissan takes a little wider turn. We take the tighter line. Back in Nissan's slipstream as we approach the deadly chicanes. chicane black again. Nissan falters a little. We can capitalize on this for sure. P7 in our sights. Nissan takes the tricky corner quite well, so do we. The battle is on for P7. Right on his heels, as we both exit the tricky corner. Catching the slipstream as we battle on and approach the really fast section of the Dragon Trail. We have a look on the inside. Either the Peugeot is incredibly fast or Nissan guy isn't gunning as well as he should. And it's P7. Head to head we go along the fast sections. Peugeot versus the Nissan, French Surprise versus the Japanese Marble. We managed to hold on to P7, holding on to as tight lines as we can. Really amazing battle this was. Luckily for us, he probably wasn't as dirty as the German rammer. Else, this would have been really tragic for us, just like in the last lap. Thank you Lord that wasn't the case, and we can carry on with the race. We take the tricky bit well. Nissan guy falters a little and can't keep pace with us. Starting to catch up with P6, leaving Nissan behind. That wraps up the lap 3. Final lap coming up, and it is every bit as interesting as this entire race. Exciting bit of race coming up folks. The final lap, can we make it count? Let's hope we can. Turn 1 is crucial. We enter wide, go as close to apex as we can, carrying as much speed as we can. And it is a beautifully executed corner. As a result we are right on the tail of P6. Now it's a race with the fellow French machine. Time to catch that yellow Magan. Chicane section might prove helpful for our pursuit. Magan feels the pressure, messes up a bit and kisses the wall as the sparks are created. Coming up onto the tricky corner. Magan brakes hard, brakes early as we have a look on the inside but we overshoot carrying too much speed. Early brake and faster exit helps Magan keep its position. Battle for P6 continues further. He also pushed us a little, but that was all part of the adrenaline-pumping battle for P6 round the tricky corner. We keep moving, faster section approaching as well, catching the slipstream up the hill as we reach the fast sections of Dragon Trail. There's an equally intense battle between P4 and P5 raging some distance ahead of us. Magan manages to keep us at bay. Intense battle for P4 claims a victim. Aston spins out, Dodge isn't in the best of shapes either as Magan captures P4 while we settle at P5, approaching the slow corner down the hill, the corner of German rammer's shameful act. Up 2 positions without much work, it's P5 people. Last few miles of the final lap left. Can we get another position? In the words made famous by people at Pepsi, yeh dil mange more. We continue our pursuit of P4, on the heels of that yellow Magan. Final tricky bit of Dragon Trail coming right up. We may still have an opportunity. We could not have spoken any sooner. The Magan messes up the corner, comes out rather shaken, hits a cone marker, performs a high jump and loses P4 to us. Back up in P4 people. Almost covered up our entire losses that we had incurred in lap 2, courtesy the shameful German rammer that has all this while been going around holding on to P3 he stole from us. That's it for now folks. P4 is ours. Shame we couldn't get the podium. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share.